You're listening to Party Nerds Weekly.
And just like that, because of the multiversal timeline, we are back.
What's up, guys? I haven't seen you guys in a minute.
Yeah, for real. It's been a strong 3 minutes. All right. So this, of course, is a double feature. We got to talk about the season finale of Loki, but we're here once again with our illustrious guests, Haas, Ralphie, Jorge. We're here to talk about the Marvels, y'all. And no, there's a lot of controversy about this whole first week and basically what this storyline was going to bring, being pretty much the sequel for Captain Marvel and the emphasis on her first team up with Monica Rambeau and Kamala Khan. Essentially, I went to go see it first night. I happily enjoyed it. How did everybody else feel?
I happily enjoyed it.
Gonna go ahead and third that. I happily enjoyed that.
Happily enjoyed it. It's a good film, man.
You know, sometimes I feel like motherfuckers don't like to have fun no more.
They
That's
don't,
a
and that's
big-
what it is. It was fun.
It was
Why is
fun.
everyone
It was
passionate?
fun. I was entertained the whole time. It was fun.
Yeah,
Why is
everybody.
everyone passionate?
Everybody,
Everyone's
well,
bashing
for
it.
one, everybody's bashing it because Brie Larson's in it.
Why?
That's why.
Why?
That's
What
rule.
did she
That's rule
do?
number one.
I tell you
There's a
what,
lot of.
every time people talk about her, I like her more. I don't even know why.
Exactly.
I don't know what it is. Like, I don't know what it is, bro. But the more people talk about her, the more I'm like, nah.
Word.
I like her. Like, I don't care what it is. And she
Yeah.
was good in this film.
Dead ass. And to see the storyline absolutely clicked. It was together. I felt like it was a secondary portion of what happened to her in the first first Captain Marvel movie.
Yeah.
So pretty much if we all recognize her story from the first movie, all her memories were taken during a flight out, basically because she was already being manipulated by the Supreme Intelligence, which is basically a Kree superseded mental computer, which is like a hive mind for all of the Kree. And you know, she's been working for the Kree the entire time. She becomes one of their soldiers, basically embattles herself in a civil war between the Kree and the Skrull Empire. But in the realization of coming into her own, she starts to fucking go ballistic because of what's happened to her, what the Kree did to her in the first place. So when we're looking at this movie and how it was put together, even though it is Captain Marvel 2, if we want to say that,
Mhm.
it's all based on all the shit that happened to her in the first movie.
Right.
But the thing is, it's collateral damage. This villain, a lot of people didn't like because they felt like the villain it wasn't like a quintessential Marvel villain. It wasn't somebody that we recognized or anything like that. But emphasis on the fact that it was collateral damage because when she went back into space, she started fucking the Kree apart.
Yeah.
Started tearing their ass up. Like went back to all their little spots, all their bases and everything like that, and just tore their shit down.
Yeah.
Ultimately, based on what happened to her.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that was the creation of the villain Dar-Ben, who we saw in this one. And note, this is Tom Hiddleston's baby mama.
Yes.
You know what
They
I'm
had just
saying?
had a baby.
He got himself a sister.
Yeah. And they got a baby.
They got a babies.
They got a baby. They got
That's
a Marvel
right.
baby.
A Marvel baby. That's right. But inevitably, I mean, there's a couple of aspects that got added into the fold because one, Monica Rambeau is a character in this movie, and we also know that the last time that we seen her before she became who she is now,
Mm-hmm.
it was this little girl in the first Captain Marvel movie
Mm-hmm.
who was Maria Rambeau's daughter.
Mhm.
She was Lieutenant Trouble.
Lieutenant Trouble. Yep.
And then also in that same effect, because Captain Marvel is who she is. If you watch the Miss Marvel show that was on Disney Plus, she has like this toxic. No, I can't even say toxic fandom. She has this ultimate fandom with Kamala Khan.
Yeah.
You know, so like those two are like her biggest fans, and they get to fight beside her.
Yeah.
So ultimately, like this first team up, what did we think of like how this was constructed and how it was put together?
I mean, I shoot, man. Like I said, I might have said it today in the chat, but the chemistry was so much
It was
fun
dope.
to watch. Like Kamala just being the fangirl, excited just to be a part of it. Like I I mean, it was just awesome. Now Monica had some issues because, like most kids, we don't understand what's going on with these grown-ups. So when you can't figure out why can't dad come pick me up, and then you find out when you're grown, like, oh, dad, I know now. That's what happened with her, right? That's what happened with her. She didn't know, like, she was doing all this stuff in space and all this stuff was happening to her and all this stuff. She was blitzed, so she didn't even know she came down to visit her mom,
right,
and everything. Like,
Yep.
she didn't know all that.
She ain't know all that.
You know what I'm saying? So it was good to see like that little that tension she had towards Carol. But then as we progressed and she started to understand and be around her again, and then that's when they really all clicked and it was dope.
Yep. So as of right now, was the Marvel's opening weekend only did $47 million domestically. So that contributes to the worst MCU movie opening weekend known to man.
Wait till it opens up in China.
But this is the thing. It did open up worldwide and it made $101 million.
That's what I care about.
So, and note, this is also the biggest box office opening for a black female director ever.
Ooh.
So overshining that, that did happen.
We'll take wins.
So inevitably, as much as Hollywood pays attention to opening week numbers, we can't sit by the wayside and look at the fact that, the pandemic happened, the strike happened, these certain things. Note that this was pushed back three times.
3 times.
The state was moved up year after year after this. This should have been happened.
Yeah.
But this was pushed up so much. So we're almost, as far as like connectivity is concerned, we don't know where this fits in the timeline. We're not sure where it's at, but it does fit into the master plan of all the incursions that are happening within the multiverse, because we saw that later on in the movie. So in the storyline itself, Dar-Ben lives in a Kree sub city. I forget the name of the city, but it's lost.
Holla.
Holla. So it's lost its sun because of Captain Marvel. Like literally, Carol went over there and extinguished their shit.
Annihilator.
Yeah, annihilator.
I kept dying.
She took it because there's no tides, because the sun's not there and all that other bullshit. It basically subsided their water supply. And also because of that, their atmosphere was fucking crushed by Carol. Them motherfuckers can't breathe.
I know, bro.
Yo,
everything.
They look like they was waiting for a COVID vaccine.
The shit that Carol can do power-wise is scary. That's what people don't seem to understand. Like,
she's OP or what?
She's OP. She's been OP. She's invincible. She knows she's invincible.
Why is she find Galactus?
Why she gotta find
Galactus? You gonna find me Galactus. And then we'll find out.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, why can't she find Galactus?
I can't find Galactus.
She extinguished their sun, Jorge.
That is pretty major, bro.
Like if a motherfucker came down to Earth flying in the sky and was like, you know what? I don't like y'all motherfuckers. I'm gonna just burn out your sun real quick.
Yeah.
Like the first shot was their dying sun.
That's major.
That's major as hell.
That's major.
So okay, she lives in Holla. Dar-Ben becomes this ultimate villain who wants to look for. And note, you have to watch the Miss Marvel show, because we understand that quantum band also had a companion.
Yep.
So they finally come up with this second quantum band. Now the quantum bands you may know from Quasar. Yep. Good old what's the name? Wendell. A horrible name for a fucking superhero, by the way. Fucking name is Wendell. So Quasar is the only comic book character that we know that has the quantum bands.
Yeah.
Miss Marvel having now this ulterior power set now has quantum bands. It's a provided force that allows her to have the creation of light that she has. So, Carol, Monica, and Kamala all have kind of like the same powers. They utilize light in different formations. Carol, of course, can go binary and light becomes Carol, where Monica can see it and also manipulate it, and Kamala can actually create shit with it.
Yep,
So,
turn it into map.
So so it was only right that because the quantum bands were totally separate, it fucked with their powers.
Yep.
And that whole skit of them trying to like master everything that was happening with their powers, because they would like go through like almost like this whole hopscotch formation of fucking power sets anytime they used it, was pretty cool. And it happened throughout the entire movie. I thought Nick Fury was funny as fuck during this whole thing, by the way.
Oh,
What y'all think of Nick?
Oh, Nick had a good time the whole movie. Like he was, it's crazy because we watched him in Secret Invasion, right? This month was depressed. He was depressed. Had no energy.
He's happy in space.
He didn't trust nobody.
He's happy in space.
He's a whole completely different person. He's fun.
I guess banging scrolls really just.
Don't do this. Don't bring this back up, please. Please don't.
Look,
bring
he
this
got
back up.
he got all the scroll ass he can get out there.
He just has one. You keep saying that. It's just one.
She can turn into anything.
This is true. This is probably it. Yeah, they're back together again. All right, yeah, I get it. She wasn't in the movie though.
No, she wasn't in the movie, but
why was she on Saber?
Nah, man, she probably on Saber. She just a concubine in the bedroom.
Concubine, she just don't come out the room.
Who you today, Nick? Who you want me to be today?
Not again. Not for the fourth time today, Nick.
Like anyway, Grandpa Nick.
Yeah,
Grandpa Nick.
I was feeling a little let's see, Tyra Banks today. Maybe some Halle Berry. Can you mix all that in? You just tell her to switch into anything.
Yeah.
We're still here.
And he probably having a time on Saber. He probably be living out his Avenger fantasy too. Turn into that damn Scarlet Witch for me.
Hey, yo.
Hey, matter of fact, turn into the Black Widow.
He is happy in space.
You know what? Happy. I gotta look at that little Aunt May over there. Why don't you turn into her? You know what I'm saying?
Which one? From which universe?
He's like,
oh God.
give me that one from that other universe. The older one.
Oh my God.
She got experience.
The one that was praying by her bed and got blew up. That one.
Yo.
I'm Nick Fury, motherfucker.
Fucking one-eyed bandit.
And I'm in a weird shit.
Yeah.
How did we get
happy
here?
as hell in space.
Yeah, nah, he was a different person.
Space.
He was a completely different person from Secret Invasion.
Nick is now the equivalent of Captain Kirk in Star Trek. He hits everything and all things.
100%.
Polka dot, green, leather tails, all that shit.
Tentacles, all that shit, huh?
Ain't got no law to block him from doing it. Yeah, it don't matter.
No space laws, huh?
But inevitably, all right, to get back to it. I mean, the storyline, of course, continuing to be that and what it was for the Marvels, ended up being a fun, enjoying thing because I took my 10-year-old daughter to go see the movie. She wanted to see Kamala and everything like that, and she enjoyed the fucking Flurkins more than anything.
Oh yeah, they were fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
because that scene with all the Flurkins, that shit was funny to me,
bro. That shit threw me off because I'm like, yo, what are these little? And I don't know why I never thought about it.
Right,
but Goose was just laying eggs all over the goddamn place.
Right.
You got to also take into notes, DC over there. This is how you make something cute, fun, not terrorizing.
They had kittens. They were showcasing on film that were literally swallowing people whole.
Yeah, which I need to know what kind of universe they got in their stomachs. Where you can just swallow things
that you can fit a whole 6'9" man into your belly.
So what is the composition? What is the makeup down there where they can just? I don't know, bro. There's more questions.
The one brother that was 300 years old, where the pops was talking to him.
Bro. So that's funny you brought that. I'm happy you brought that brother up, bro. Because when he said, "Yeah, I'm 300 years old," so I'm like, "Oh, so this mom ain't from around here." But all the cats that wasn't so there. He's on. So Saber is a station with humans, aliens, all that, right? But
Yeah.
all the aliens are just humanoid. Like they're all humanoid. So
Yeah.
I would like to see a little bit more diversity as far as different alien species, to oppose to all right. Because I'm thinking before he said he was 300 years old, I thought it was just everybody from Earth.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of thrown off because I was a little thrown off by that. Had nothing to do with how I rate the movie. I'm just a little thrown off. I was just a little weirded out that
it was weirded out.
They're aliens, but they're all humanoid, so it doesn't.
Yep.
Whatever.
So in the demolishing of all these like basically planets that Darben was trying to acquire all their atmosphere, sun, and water from, you got a scroll hub that basically has their own leader who had a partnership with the Kree, and pretty much it led to a cameo because once they all got saved by good old Valkyrie, lovely Tessa Thompson, Lord Jesus.
Bro, I mean, we all know she's dope.
God. Yeah. And
dope.
no, I hope this continues because literally New Asgard is on Earth. So now they got everything. They got humans, they got scrolls, they got all types of shit over there. They got Asgardians, they got everything out there. So I hope that storyline continues. So it's almost like, what are they building there? Because there's a storyline around New Asgard that ends up with a dark turn. If we're talking about Dark Reign and Siege and all those types of books and everything like
that might play out sometime.
That might play out.
No time soon, but sometime later.
But the other one is that in an act of diplomacy, I guess Carol got married to Prince of Aladna, where everybody sings for communication.
Bro.
Well, no, in the comics, that is exactly what Prince of Aladna is. That Aladna is a place where everybody sings.
Everybody sings. So that shit turned into a musical real quick.
Yo, that's
to a musical. Like
I'm sure there's a lot of people that were like, "Yo, that probably said that was corny as fuck," but I thought it was funny.
But it was good. See, it fit the movie. Like it fit the flow of the film.
Right.
Like because when they got there, or before they got there, and she was talking about, oh yeah, there's like 96% water on this planet. And he's like, yeah, you've been there. And then she started being weird about it. I'm like, yo, why is she weird about going to a planet though? Like, what is going on? And it's then she gets to say like they called her princess, so like princess, and then it's just like they started singing, and it was just like, yeah, this shit fits in this film right here.
I'm not gonna lie, Bam said
has returned.
Bam said they reminded you who owned Marvel. That right there.
Yo, 100%, 100%.
Put a single track on there right now.
Word, straight up Disney. That shit, yo, I knew. Look, that's right up Darnell's alley. You see him down there because Darnell's like into all that acapella and everything. So, yo, Darnell, you could live on a lamb if you want.
Him and his barbershop quartet. They're gonna make a new video soon. So watch out on YouTube. Subscribe to our YouTube page, our YouTube channel, because Darnell and his barbershop quartet. They will be playing the same songs hit the marbles. They will be playing them just for you.
Darnell is definitely a citizen of Aladna.
Yep.
He's absolutely a citizen. Straight up and down.
Nah, but look, it was corny, but it fit.
It was corny, but it was funny.
Yeah,
straight up.
And then she just stopped. Then she stopped. She was like, "Nah, we really need to talk."
It was like,
they were like, wait.
She was like, "Oh no." He was like, "What's up?" No, he's bilingual.
He's bilingual. He's bilingual. Brilliant. Just brilliant.
But at the end of this, of course, there's that final scene, of course, of Darben and going up against the Marvels. She finally acquires the second quantum band, but it's too much to harness all the power. And she, look, he said, I saw him in the back dancing. So the power from that is from both bands was too much for her because she can't project light. She's a normal Kree, but Kamala can.
Kamala's mute.
So Kamala's a mutant. That's absolutely
mutant.
correct. If you
So
remember
that's
that
the
fact,
difference right there.
she can harness those
That's the
quantum bands. She is exactly a mutant. She can create shit with light. So that's her power set. So when we're looking at that, she acquires both bands, and then also you get to see like Monica's fucking OP.
Oh my
like
God.
severely OP. Like there's a
Yes.
rip in the dimensional fabric to where you can see the next dimension, and then Monica can fix this shit. So she basically goes beyond to the other dimension and starts to basically put the fence back together.
Yeah. It's
Basically,
crazy.
the jump points. So ultimately,
Go ahead.
this leads us into this first post-credit scene, and that shit was amazing.
Yep.
Can we talk about it? Can we talk about it?
We need to talk about it.
But this is the big thing, because we met a Captain Marvel, Maria Jesus, look at that. Yo, all right. I didn't expect all that fucking. I didn't expect.
We're here now.
Yeah,
I didn't expect the Michael Jackson. Can you feel it with the
Can you feel it?
Yo, I didn't expect that shit at all.
Yo,
I don't know where you found that on there.
Man,
Just do it. There it is.
All right. But at the end of the day, if we're looking at it, we got met with a Captain Marvel variant of in Multiverse of Madness, which was Maria Rambeau. And for anybody that does not know from the comics, Maria Rambeau was the first Captain Marvel. It wasn't Carol Danvers. Carol Danvers came out in the 80s. Maria Rambeau was created in the 60s. All right. So when you're looking at that, think of that first. Monica Rambeau is not she isn't Photon yet, but her mama is the first Captain Marvel. And basically, we're looking at it from this side of the multiverse. She is Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
So when you come to find her, huh?
I said the second variant we've seen of her as a version of Captain Marvel.
Is it? Did she die?
No, that's not the theory. Pause. That's not the same universe.
You sure?
I'm positive. I would put money
because
not the same universe. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that she, because it's not. We're not sure if she actually died. Right?
Exactly. Because she was the only one giving Wanda that work.
Yeah. So we can't confirm that she died. But
a statue landed on her. Captain Marvel? No.
Yeah. Listen. That Captain Marvel was actually Captain Marvel. This Captain Marvel has upgraded to binary.
Yes.
So she's even more OP than the Captain Marvel we've seen in the Doctor Strange movie.
Yeah.
She's at the top level of OP. Right? So it's just another variant. It's another variant. This is a different universe. It's a different universe. It's a different universe. And he said, listen, he said, and Beast said,
hey, man.
What? This is the reveal.
It's the other reveal. We haven't gotten
talking about the whole movie. Like, what are we talking about?
No, but we ain't
We're talking about the whole movie. I did no wrong. I've done nothing wrong. We spoiled this whole movie.
SMH. Shake my head.
So yes, she does come out of consciousness because she fixed the rip in the dimensional
timeline. Beast comes out. All right,
yes.
Fuck it.
Absolutely.
Now, Beast says, listen,
bro,
says,
it's not only just Beast.
He's got to holler at Charles. Yeah. He said Charles is dead.
Charles is never dead. You know how many times Charles has died in the comics?
Yeah, but this is not one of those times where he comes back. Scarlet Witch offed his ass.
You think Scarlet Witch really snapped his neck?
This is a different universe. Yo, I'm so confused on how Professor X can die mentally in his dream through a breaking of the neck. I'm still confused off that.
Yeah,
he's supposed to have the
sitting there minding his business.
He's supposed to have.
He was sitting there minding his business, and all of a sudden this nigga. He was minding his motherfucking business.
Yo, nah, but he said, "Gotta holler at Charles, man. It's a different universe. It's a different universe."
But I will say this: the voice of Beast, because he's all CGI. He's not who he was. They kept Kelsey Grammer. Thank you, God, for keeping Kelsey Grammer as Beast.
Yo, 100%.
Because Kelsey Grammer, when he played Beast in the first one, I was like, that. Even from just watching the cartoon, you're like, there's nobody else that could be.
It was perfect. It was perfect casting.
Nobody.
It's perfect casting.
So, like, the fact that he's now a CGI'd version of Beast makes it even that much more better.
Yeah.
He's just sitting there in a lab coat, butt ass naked, with some fucking glasses on. Okay, you could have did without that. That's fine.
Yo, all right. So we do know this is a different universe. All right. So okay. All right.
We do know it's a different universe. Yes.
Not the same universe from.
I would just hope it's not that universe.
Right.
It's not
because Charles does not die.
Yeah. Charles is gone. So
but
listen,
then
go ahead.
The other reveal.
Right.
At the end of the movie that we've all been prolonging because we've seen so many of the fucking characters from that team. Young Avengers.
Yeah.
So pretty much Kamala is now going to be, I guess, the Nick Fury of the Young Avengers. Her first recruit is Kate Bishop. So the construction of this team, which we've always thought was going to happen anyway, because there's been so many of them that were introduced between Kate Bishop, Cassie Lang, Patriot in Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Oh yeah, young boy.
Yep. A young Black Panther.
Oh yeah.
No.
All right. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say by the time that happens, I don't think he's gonna be ready yet. Unless
I'm not gonna say he. No, switch the actor.
No. Pause. Unless they do it after Secret Wars, and there's some type of he has some type of time jump, and he's at least an adolescent.
I'll take it.
You think Jaden Smith will be
going to happen? It's going to happen. But he may not be.
Jaden?
He may not
doing Jaden Smith. No,
may not be on the initial Young Avengers roster.
But I will gladly take him as in the Young Avengers. I will gladly take a new version of Black Panther because, I mean, we know that his son has played in a version of the of the Young Avengers, Azuri.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, so he's been a portion of this team.
Yeah.
So they're all out there. So what is it? Wanda's kids?
Yeah.
Speedy Wicked.
Secret Wars.
Secret Wars. You can utilize them as well. So there's a whole team out here that they've all introduced. And now they just have to put all this shit together. And if Kamala is the piece, fuck it.
Yeah. And you see, you just kind of put that all into perspective as well too, and which is why I can't stand the people who reviewed and badmouthed this movie.
Tell them
right to the camera.
There is so much more potential that you are so blindly unable to see, that you are just so quick to have whatever this big picture, everything this should be like Endgame and stuff like that. Sit down and just pay attention. Every single one of you. And thank you. The Sam Jackson, just have fucking fun. Enjoy the film, create your own theories, because it's not an Endgame type of thing here.
All of them are not going to be that way.
Yep, we keep saying that. We keep saying that.
That's
so stop bad
just
mouthing.
the way it's going to go. Guardians of the Galaxy is not going to have the storyline and dialogue that a Doctor Strange movie is going to have. One's funny, one has a lot more lore to it. You know what I'm saying? They just add a little bit of elements here and there. They're not all going to have this Endgame type fucking movie.
It's not just that either, though. It's the fact because it's not only it's just a female led movie, it's a females led movie because it's three of them, right? So so
and a female director, yes,
100%, right? So naturally, people are gonna they're gonna attack the film because it's like, oh, it's it's this woman for girls and movie for girls and this, that, and the fifth. And they don't even, it's kind of like they don't even want it to be good.
No.
Like they're looking, like they're probably nitpicking, trying to find little things. Oh, it's too soft for me and like that. Like, nah, like it's.
And we've talked about this before. Even the pundits that are out there bashing comic book movies on a regular basis, regardless of what they are, if they're DC, Marvel, anything. They sometimes even go into Star Wars. They start bashing that shit too.
Yeah.
If none of this shit existed, if comic book movies suddenly went away, these motherfuckers wouldn't have a dime. Like you got people ranting on social media saying that what am I going to do with my life because I contributed my entire career to the upper echelon of fucking the MCU, and because it's in this state, like I was hoping that my career was going to be somewhere else during this time. Now I'm still here stuck doing this bullshit. Bruh, if you have that much invested in just this shit that is beyond you just talk about it. And you're worried about your fucking career. Like, I'm serious. I'm dead ass. There's people out there that value their entire lives to this shit. and the way that it's directed and the way that it goes.
Yeah.
They are ready to crucify Kevin Feige and throw him on a spit. And he hasn't even introduced the X-Men yet. Like, he's only put a couple pieces. He hasn't even made a movie yet. And this is the thing with Kevin Feige. He was a production assistant with Bryan Singer on those X-Men movies. This is his baby. He hasn't even gotten to the point of doing any X-Men movies yet. So imagine how hype he is to do one.
Yeah, he can't. Yeah, of course.
He can't wait.
I mean,
he can't wait.
We know that. But that's the thing, though. Like, people again, it's not the hardcore fan. It's not the fans that love this shit.
It's true.
It's the casuals, because if you did read in comics, right, and you bought different comics,
some of them were
different tones. Every comic had a different tone.
Bruh.
Even ones that were connected in the same storyline, you had different tones to that comic.
Yeah.
Some were more serious, but some were more fun-loving.
Some of them were gruesome.
Still connected. That's what they're giving you with the MCU. That's the beauty of the MCU.
We're giving you all angles of that shit.
Yeah, you can literally have a fun movie with Spider-Man, like in Homecoming or something like that. Have a fun movie with him, but then put him in Infinity War and watch him die.
Yep. Right.
The tones are completely different. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
That's the comics. So it's comic accurate.
Yep.
So, but if you're not a real fan, you're looking at it, this shit is soft. It's soft because there's a bunch of females having a good time and kicking ass. Nah, that shit was enjoyable.
You were doing double dutch in the spaceship. Like, that shit looked fun.
That was fun.
This does not have to be an Oscar best motion picture movie of the year.
Yep.
But if you didn't really enjoy yourself watching this movie, I feel like you're an asshole, bro. Like, I feel like somebody's like, you're just naturally an asshole, and that's just me.
I have fun.
I call a spade a spade.
Inevitably, at the end of the day, the movie was fun. It's going to continue to be fun. I mean, we're probably not going to get another Marvel movie until the end of 2024 with Deadpool 3. And it's going to be the only MCU movie the entire year.
Only one we need. It's the only one we need, James.
So literally, it is the only one we need. But the
only one we need.
This is what they wanted. They wanted everybody to basically take onus on the responsibility of making at least that one movie that much more pivotal. So we got one movie coming out in 2024 at the end of the year, and then you're going to get two movies in 2025.
You got what you wanted. Now let's see how you survive.
That's fair.
Now let's see how you survive.
Yep. You got what you wanted. Now you got to wait.
Listen.
No content.
We get one movie with Deadpool.
Oh, those people are going to go nuts next year. Watch.
We get one movie with Deadpool 3, but we're about to get What If.
Season 2.
Get What
If. Which I saw today. People are saying, "Oh, that's dead on arrival."
What about X-Men 97?
That's coming out too.
So I was going down the list. Jorge already said X-Men 97.
So Disney Plus shows, yes.
We'll get Echo.
I mean Disney Hulu.
Yes.
Yeah, which look dope.
Disney
the trailer
Hulu.
looks flames.
And I still I don't think we didn't even have to have an Echo show, but I'm gonna watch.
I'm gonna watch.
I'm looking forward to it.
It was a darker tone.
James, will X-Men 97 be part of the MCU? Would it?
But that's the
It
thing.
is.
What
It
if
is.
season 1 turned out to be like a pivotal portion of like how we were looking at shit in the movies because of the incursions? That Doctor Strange episode, that literally was the whole multiverse of madness.
Yeah.
Yep.
The original animated series, they ran the storyline, the Apocalypse storyline where he took over Earth.
Oh yeah.
So they ran that through the animated series. They took a portion of it for like 2 episodes. They made a portion of it. And then they had they changed it a little bit because they made Wolverine and Storm together to oppose a Wolverine and Jean Grey. But a lot of those elements were in those episodes. So I'm just saying, like, this was already happening. And now, because of X-Men 97 being part of MCU, all that is canon.
Yeah.
All that is canon. So all those X-Men episodes and stuff like that, like, it is somewhere in the multiverse. Somewhere.
It'll fit.
So
Somewhere.
X-Men 97 is a must-watch.
It will be.
And if you didn't think it was a must-watch, go back to Doctor Strange Multitude of Madness. Multiverse
It's
of Madness.
literally that episode.
And when Professor Xavier comes up, they play his theme song, right? You hear the X-Men theme song.
Mhm.
That's not by design. Not by accident. Exactly. They did it, and then what? They did it in Miss Marvel, in the Miss Marvel show when they were talking about her being a mutant. They played that shit again. Exactly. This is part of it. You have to watch X-Men 97.
She asked
It is
what if
part of
Marvel
the
did a live action of one of the what ifs, the zombie one.
Bro, if they did Marvel Zombies, that'd be dope. And a matter of fact, they did do it because they did it at end of Multiverse of Madness. Doctor Strange was a zombie at that point.
He was a zombie,
but there was no like zombie apocalypse. If that's what they're trying to say.
That's what
if
the
they
Walking
did the
Dead is for.
Marvel zombie storyline as a one shot.
But we'll get that show. Like, we're gonna get that zombie show. So
it's possible.
It's coming. Like, we're gonna get that show too. So, like I said, there's things to watch.
Yeah.
And just keep up with it. But Deadpool 3 is going to change. That's the next one. It's the next one. It's the next one.
Well, bro, that's our time. We managed to knock out 2 of these joints. The Loki finale, Marvels. Go see it. Go see it if you want to have some fucking fun.
It's fun.
Go in there with a fucking open mind.
Just go in there and don't be an asshole.
And
if you keep
be forced to like it,
forget that.
You shouldn't even be forced to like.
You shouldn't be forced to like
it.
All the hate that you give Brie Larson is just amplifying her. The hate is real.
There's no
amplifying.
Brie Larson. She was fun the whole movie.
Yep,
like fun. She was a fun personality.
She actually loosened up.
She needed to be serious.
Yeah,
she was serious when she needed to be serious, and she was fun. Like a very enjoyable character. So however she was written before, and maybe she was a little stiff before the way they wrote her, but in this film you can see the growth.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And remember, she was in Fast 10 as well too. Just to drop that gem before we go.
Absolutely, I would take that as well. So for anybody that is out there that has never seen the Party Nerds podcast, you can see us every Monday. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe to us on any of the social media channels. And you can watch us every single Monday talking about everything that we see here in the world of nerddom. All right. So for Haas, Ralphie, Jorge, we are out.
Deuce.